Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Adventures of Adam. I'm Adam. Let's adventure. I haven't played this character since Monday night, so I'm gonna take a moment to try to figure out what I was doing last. Absent-minded prospector quest. Welcome, Joy B. I think the succubus is excited to see you as well. If you couldn't tell, it's my current demon minion. It's probably too late to try to find a group for Dead Mines at 1 o'clock in the morning on a Thursday. Friday, I guess. Yes, I guess we'll go to the wetlands. Okay, I gotta go jump on a flight point. So last time I tried streaming WoW, my computer was very laggy. And I think it's because I was streaming over Wi-Fi. Because when I ended the stream, all the internet troubles I had were over. I'm gonna try it again. I do have my Ethernet cable plugged in this time, and hopefully it won't be an issue. But if the game starts to get really laggy and I feel like the lag I'm experiencing is going to put my character's life in danger, I will end the live stream. Unfortunately, I just don't want to. I don't want to die again. We're level 24, and I have 28 hours and 35 minutes invested into this character, and I don't want to lose it. So I'm pretty sure that was the issue. I'm never 100%. I'm gonna turn the volume down. It seems pretty loud. A, was the game too loud, and B, is it better now? Or was it fine the way it was? I just looked at the volume settings and it looked like it was way too loud.
How are you?
So we need to go to wetlands. We're gonna go kill some tiny dinosaurs and call them Tinosaurs. No, that would be stupid. Little raptor could go down to 10 more. Okay, thank you, Joy B. While I was driving home from work last night, I decided to put on one of my Godforge Alpha live streams just for like background noise to listen to, and I had the game way too loud and nobody said anything. I was like, man, I wish somebody would have told me. Because it was like you could barely hear what I was saying over the sound effects and music in Godforge, which an argument could be made that's a good thing, but from a quality of content perspective, I would have liked my audience to be able to hear me above the game. So kind of bummed that I didn't get it fixed. I might have at some point in the stream, but at the beginning of the stream it was not ideal. Oh man, yeah, I thought about waiting to start my Godforge live react live stream. The problem is I didn't know what I was going to do to kill time until I started doing that. Like I could have played WoW, but the problem is once I started playing WoW, I knew I wasn't going to be able to pull myself away from it to do the Godforge thing. So I felt like from a productivity perspective, I had to do Godforge first, or it wasn't going to happen at all. Yeah, it was, I think I started streaming at like 7 or 8 o'clock that night, my time, and I don't usually see you around until like much later than that. It's like right now it's 1:30 a.m. So I started like 3 or 4 hours earlier than it is right now. So yeah, I don't remember hearing myself talk to you in chat when I was listening to it. What are we doing? We're killing raptors. The raptors in this area, when they get low health, they run away and they scream for help, and then any other raptors that are nearby will come in and join the attack. So there's 2 strategies I can go with. I can go with the succubus, who does way more damage and will kill the raptors faster, but is also does not have a high health pool, she dies very easily. Or I can go with the Void Walker, who does way less damage but is super tanky. And if I find myself in a tight spot, he's pretty clutch to save me. So because the Raptors run and call for help and summon others, I'm gonna do the Void Walker. I think it's just a little bit safer.
What do you want?
I'm also gonna make a health stone real quick. I am noticing tiny little lag spikes, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was that other day. It was like 10-second lag spikes where I just couldn't control my character, and yeah, so it, yeah, I think we're okay. I never really know where to quest once I get to level 30, because I've only made it to 30 in hardcore. Like 2 or 3 times. Yeah, I guess we will. There's only one way to find out, huh? If I get any big lag spikes like I was getting that one day where it was like 10 seconds of just, you know, if I was in combat when this happened, I would be dead sort of situations. So we'll probably end the stream. I hope it doesn't happen, but it might. Yeah, it's like, as much as it would be entertaining to see me die on a live stream, I'm tired of dying. I'm tired of playing the starting zones. I know that I can do it. I believe in myself. But now I just want to prove to myself that I can do it. I want to hit 60 in hardcore. Okay, so this one didn't seem to run away in fear. This was a modeled raptor. Maybe there's a different kind of raptor that runs and screams. Oh, my character anyway, not, you know, it's not like the Matrix where if you die in the game you die in real life. I don't want to lose my character. I've worked very hard on it. 37. Wait, what? Oh, I got a new rank of corruption. Oh, that's slapping. I flew to Ironforge and trained my new abilities that I hadn't used it since I trained it, so I didn't realize it was doing so much damage. I guess with this rank of corruption, it doesn't really matter which pet I use because I'm just doing so much damage for my level. Oh, this could be bad. Oh, that worked out. Hey, we got the thing I was after. Finish my quest. Oh, part of my quest. Now I need Flagon Guts Fossil. Where do we find Flagon Guts Fossil? Prospector Welgar holds the original fossil at his site in the wetlands when I discovered the stone of Relu. I believed it to be the key to unlocking the mystery of the fossil. When I traveled on the road to meet Welgar, I was attacked by raptors and the relic was lost. I don't know which one of the modeled beasts swallowed the relic, but if you can retrieve it, I can unleash the power of these artifacts. Bring me both the stone of Relu and the original fossil. I think, yeah, that's about what I thought. Okay. Yeah, we better not risk it, huh? Yeah. Just in case they do have Matrix rules. So now we gotta go fight some bigger raptors. What is this quest? Oh. Yeah. And then this guy has a whole like question for us too. And I'm pretty sure at the end of it I get some nice little shoulders if I'm able to complete it. That is, be pretty tough. Where's... oh, there he is. He's being attacked like an idiot. I'm just gonna fight this guy. Oh, congratulations. Fresh and clean. I still need to take a shower before I go to bed. I am going to have to take my daughter to school in the morning. That is in about 5 hours. So, plenty of time for games, but, you know, I do have responsibilities to tend to. Yeah, my daughter had a choir concert today, so I took the day off work so I could attend that. So that was pretty cool. Unfortunately, it wasn't like it was an outdoor thing. It was like the lighting of the Christmas tree in town. And because it was an outside thing, there were like a bunch of people grouped up and they were all like talking amongst themselves, so it's kind of hard to hear the kids singing, which was really annoying. Kind of rude. Yeah, like the smoothness of me moving my camera, sometimes it's a little choppy. Were they Dutch? I'm pretty sure they were American. I mean, like, I used a personal day, of which I only get 40 hours of personal time a year, and I had to use 10 of it to take the day off. So now I only have 3 until next December. And I did that so I can go watch my daughter sing in her little choir. And I couldn't even hear her because the people surrounding were talking amongst themselves. I mean, it's not their kid. What do they care? But kind of rude. Just talk over a bunch of 3rd graders singing Christmas songs. Like, that was like part of the planned events for the evening. Like, people who attended knew that was going to happen. So like, if you're not interested in watching that, why, like, I don't know. It was just annoying.
Safe travels. Keep your feet on the ground.
Oh, I'm not high enough level to do this guy's quest yet. This guy wants me to kill the raptors and the... oh, the screechers are the one who cry for help. Okay. One of these. Yeah, I'm a little low level to be fighting these ones. Well, what was annoying is like one of the people who were talking was one of the police officers in attendance. So I was like, isn't it like your job to like maintain the peace? I don't know. It was just annoying. Like, what? Yeah. I just... What's yeah? I mean, whenever there is a speaker, the speaker would be at a podium, and the speaker would have a microphone. But they didn't have a way to have the kids mic'd up, so I don't know. I'm sure if they really wanted to figure it out, they could have figured it out. Just like have a singular microphone. Because I mean, there was only like 8 kids there, so they could have done like a half circle around a microphone on a microphone stand. Yeah, whoa. Sorry, you can't see what's happening on my PC, but a window popped up. It's kind of weird. I've got it on game capture mode, so you could only see the game. You don't see like anything else that's on my desktop. Oh, hit the wrong button. It's not a big deal, but silly of me to have done that. Sword. What an interesting name that guy has. I think there's somebody else on the quest that I have, because everything is dead that I need for my quest. So I guess I'll just go turn this quest in and mosey on. Yeah, they're doing it right here. They're level 29 though. Now these are the ones that call for help. Yeah. Mottled Screecher lets out a high-pitched screech calling for help. So if this guy hadn't grabbed that one, yeah, see, now he's got to fight another one because it called for help. Yeah, I feel like Warlock is a pretty safe, easy class to play in hardcore. It's just slow and steady. And if you're good at the class, you can do a lot of really OP things. Could skin all these, but I don't really feel like it. I'm leaving a lot of money on the table, but it just kind of feels like a waste of time sometimes just to go around skinning everything. Yeah, 38, man. That's where I died last time. I don't want to say it wasn't my fault, because if I was paying attention to the chat, I would have seen that my team was running. But I didn't see that because I was so focused on what was happening like in front of me that I was like, all right, it's time to clutch up and lock it in. And I was like making moves to try to save the bad pull that the tank made. And I didn't see that he typed run down here. So I didn't run. I was trying to fight it and like be a hero. And then I turned around and everyone was gone. I mean, there were like 15 to 20 elites. And I was like, if everybody would have locked in, we would have been able to do it. But I was the only one who was locked in. Everybody else pieced out. Yeah, because like I was fighting it, and I went to turn to like make some space so I can keep fighting it like that. And when I ran back, I was like, wait, where's the rest of my team? And then I looked down at chat and I saw the run call was made. And they were all like 30 yards ahead of me. I was like, you mother... So I died, and I'm pretty sure everyone else made it out alive. But yeah, that was very frustrating. So my new rule is I'm not doing any dungeons on this character because that's what got me killed, just poor communication in a dungeon group. But if I do decide to do a dungeon, I'm going to make it a requirement that everybody gets in voice chat so we can communicate verbally. Like, because some, I don't know. But also, like, dungeons are just really dangerous. Like, shit could hit the fan in a dungeon and go from, like, everything being fine 1 minute to, like, everyone's dead. They're just inherently dangerous. There's just, like, a certain level of unpredictability. And when you're in a dungeon, sometimes there's, like, no way out. Like, you just got to run back to the entrance. So if you missed an enemy that was, like, patrolling and you didn't kill it, and it patrols back on the path that you have to run through to get out, or maybe there's a pack of enemies that are on patrol and you aggro them and now you got to fight, you know, it's like, who knows? Or maybe there's like respawns, like enemies you did kill at the beginning but now they're up again, so they respawned. So while you're running for your life you have to run through you know, it's just there's a lot of factors that are, you can't account for everything when you're doing a dungeon. Yeah, like I think this game is definitely a game anyone could do. It's just whether or not you do hardcore. Like that's where the line is, I think. I think overall World of Warcraft is a very casual friendly game once you get the hang of it. It's just a matter of putting in the time to kind of get the hang of it. But yeah, hardcore can be rough. Yeah, Super Mario is still like, from a mechanical perspective, it's got a lot of simplicity to it. However, it also requires precision and dexterity and timing. Like, if you didn't develop those motor skills at a young age, I could see how that would be difficult. You know, like I grew up on Mario, but I sucked at it when I was little because I didn't have that coordination and the motor skills and the dexterity developed yet. But I grew up doing that, so now I'm quite, I don't want to say I'm quite good, but like it comes to me a little bit more naturally because I've already developed those you know, whatever it is I'm trying to say. Timing, yeah. You gotta jump at the right time and land, you know, like running and jumping and oh, rah, 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 rah. Yeah, see, that makes a big difference. It's like, I feel like it's like anything really. Like if you learn how to ride a bike when you're 7, you develop that muscle memory and those motor skills. I feel like learning a bike at 30 would be way harder than trying to do it when you're young. I was scooting back so I didn't accidentally get this ooze, but I almost backed right into this dinosaur over here, this raptor. What is Home Trainer? Is that a game or is it like a? Are those like training wheels? Or got all the model raptors. Now I need the screechers, I think. Oh, okay. Android bicycle, I got it. So is it like an exercise bike? Or you just kind of pedal in place? Hey, what's up, Sakib? Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I did see your message, but there were like a ton of people typing at once, and I was just trying to end the stream. If I stopped to answer everybody, I wouldn't have been able to click the turn it off button. But I did see your message, and I felt bad. But I was just trying to, you know. It's like when I'm doing a podcast or like Podforge. It's like, it'll get to like the hour mark, and I'll be trying to wrap it up, and then the guest will be like, "Oh, but here's that one time that," I'm like, "Oh, okay, take a hint. I'm trying to wrap it up." I don't want to be rude to my guest, but yeah, I think Aaron was definitely the most guilty of that, because man, he loves to tell stories, and don't get me wrong, his stories are great. But yeah, I think he was probably the most guilty of it. I think I had to say, I think we're gonna wrap it up at least twice, maybe even 3 times. And then I think he did it on Ragewoods too, which was, I was like, yep, there he goes again. And then Unbound Sage did it too, which I thought was really funny. It's like, guys, take a hint. Rage is trying to wrap it up. That's so when he got to me, he was like, any final thoughts? I was just like, don't go chasing waterfalls. Huh, I guess I've never seen one of those before. Oh, you little turkey. You know, I was just thinking about you, Sakib, because I know that you mentioned that you were excited. To see it, and you hadn't popped in yet. I was actually just thinking about that, and I was gonna say something, but you popped in, so saved by the bell, I guess. So I got this quest turning up here, but I don't think I'm high enough level to do the other parts of the quests that come after it. I'm gonna turn this other one in first, and then I have no idea where to go. I can go back to Red Ridge and do this belly grab quest and this Yowler quest. After that, I guess Duskwood is another place I can go. Maybe I'll try Duskwood after I turn these in, and come back and do this, finish these quests later when I'm a higher level. I don't know why I can't stop yawning. I discovered an interesting show the other day. I was just kind of panicking and looking for a show to download. I wasn't gonna be too picky. I was just looking for the first thing I could find that looked halfway interesting. I saw the show named Ghosts, and I was like, "Oh, cool! I like spooky shows." So I downloaded it without like reading anything about it. And then on my lunch break at work, I was like, "All right, let's pop the show open and watch an episode." I started watching it, and it's not a spooky show. It's actually like a wholesome sitcom. I'm like, "Oh, interesting." Yeah, apparently there was a UK version, and then they made like Americanized it, I guess, because there's like Ghosts UK, and then there's Ghosts, which seems strange that they would differentiate and call, if the UK version came first, you think that would be Ghosts, and the American version would be called Ghosts US. But I guess that's just, you know, whatever. Maybe that's just crazy talk. Seems to make sense to me. Alright, that'll do. That'll do. Alright. I do get a nice little dagger. It'll be a +1 stamina, which gives me 10 more HP.
What's on your mind?
Nice little upgrade.
Be good. See you soon.
Alright, I guess we'll fly down to
Hi. Off with you.
Duskwood. And rice. Okay. Interesting.
Hey there.
What's that about, Joy B?
Safe travel.
Oh, all right. Well, thanks for popping in and saying hi, Sakib. I'll catch you later, buddy. Susie, I just got a notification on my phone. That's what I was just looking at. Susie reacted to my live stream with eyeballs emoji. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Oh, that does sound interesting. Wait. Tomalska and the Mayfair Witches. Okay, Interview with the Vampire is pretty cool too. My wife and I started to watch that on Prime like a year or two ago. But like I think they only let us watch like the first episode or the first 2 episodes for free. And then we had to like get an AMC Plus subscription to finish it. And we didn't want to do that. But yeah, I saw it came to Netflix and I was like, oh yeah, that was good. What I had seen of it was really good. Interview with the Vampire. So you're saying that Anne Rice is about the Tomalska and the Mayfair Witches. Is that correct? Or am I connecting dots that aren't there? Be connected. Yeah, I do need to finish Interview with the Vampire because what I had seen from it so far has been really good. It just, yeah, I don't know. But my wife kind of gave me spoilers because I guess she read the book. So I was like a little annoyed. But it's been like a year or two, so I feel like I've forgot some of the spoilers. She wrote all 3 series of books. Oh. Oh, with the Anne Rice series. Oh, I thought you were saying Anne Rice was the name of the show you were watching. So she's the one who wrote the books. Okay. So she wrote Interview with the Vampire, she wrote Talamasca, and she wrote The Mayfair Witches. Okay. So which one are you're watching Interview with the Vampire right now? Is that what you said? Or are you just watching all 3 of them? Okay. I just misread your comment, I think. Like, I read all the words, but I didn't think about how you had the sentence structured. English is such a weird language. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes even as a native speaker, sometimes it just goes over my head. If you miss one tiny word, it changes the meaning of the entire sentence. I guess when you said I'm happy with the Anne Rice series, I guess I just thought the series was called Anne Rice, but it's a series based on a book she wrote. I get it now. Okay, same page. Okay, all right. So I've heard of Interview with the Vampire, and I did really like what I've seen so far. Are all of these on Netflix? Tomalska and the Mayfair Witches? I started watching Discovery of Witches, and I really liked the first season, but it feels like they got a new director or a new producer or something for season 2, because it just completely, the vibe changed, and I stopped watching it because I didn't like it. They're all on Netflix? Sick. Okay, well, I need to finish Interview with Vampire, and then when I do, I might check out these other 2. I won't remember to seek them out, but if I see them, they'll catch my eye. Because that's just how my brain works. I don't ever remember anything, but I get reminded easy. Like, oh, that's that show you recommended. Did you stop after the first season? I think I got like 3 or 4 episodes into season 2. I was like, this show sucks now. Like, the first season was great. I was like, wow, this is really good. But I don't know. It's like it seems like something changed drastically from season 1 to season 2. It got like way too chick flicky, which I understand that was kind of the intent from the get-go, but it had a totally different tone in season 1. It was like dark and mysterious and intense, and then season 2 was just like Twilight. I don't know, like. See, I do that too, but then I never go back to my watch list. My watch list is where shows go to die. Because I'm very much like, it's either got to be a show that I know, or it's something that I just watch spontaneously. Yeah, I'm just weird like that. Oh, maybe it's fine. There's a vendor in the wetlands where I just was. That's where I flew down here from. That sells a bronze tube, and I need a bronze tube for a quest up here. But this guy sells the bronze tube also, but it's rarely in stock because it's right by the quest giver, so everyone just buys this guy's bronze tube. No bronze tube. But I know for a fact it would have been up at the vendor in wetlands, because that. Yeah. Okay, I'm glad I'm not crazy. Like it. I don't know. It was very good for season 1. I don't know why they do that. I don't know why. Like, why would they just? I don't want to fly all the way back to wetlands. There's another one in Stormwind that might have one for sale.
Well met.
I don't know.
Go with honor, friend.
There's a dude that had like 3 quests. So before I do anything, I'm gonna pull my Voidwalker back out. This zone is actually super dangerous to quest in, because there is an abomination named Stitches who patrols up and down this road right here. And he's a level 35 elite, so 11 levels higher than me, and like he's really tanky and he hits hard. Like
Be careful.
he'd probably kill me in 2 hits. And he just randomly gets spawns and runs into town, and then everyone on the Night's Watch will like gang up on him to try to kill him. This is who I was looking for.
Need help? Farewell. Go with honor, friend. Be
Honestly, strangely,
safe travels. Light bless you.
kind of don't look to the stars is the quest I need the bronze tube for. I gotta make that guy a telescope. I just don't know if I feel like playing right now. Okay, well. Actually, I could probably get of this. Yeah, I'm not gonna do this quest. Not gonna do this quest. This quest is tempting. It is a dungeon quest, and if I were to complete it, it's kind of dope. I get this staff, which would give me more damage on all my spells, which is kind of cool. But I have to do 2, not 1 dungeon, but 2 to complete it. So I don't know if I want to do 2 dungeons. It's the same robe, just a different color. Okay. All right, what's this one? Yeah, this is my pet. He's my if things are kind of dangerous, I'll have him out pet. If I'm in an area where there's like a good amount of mobs, like enemies, but they're all spread out, I'll use the succubus because she just does way more damage. She does like 3 times as much damage, maybe more than that actually. 3 or 4 times more damage. But if I'm in an area where there's like a ton of enemies nearby and they're really close and kind of piled up on top of each other, this guy's a lot better because he can pull enemies off of me so they attack him. And he's got way more armor, way more HP. And if shit goes really sideways, I could use this sacrifice ability. So it sacrifices him, and I get a shield that absorbs 663 HP. And then my spell casting is not interrupted by damage, which means I'm pretty sure I could Hearthstone out if I needed to. Yeah, he's a meat shield. That's exactly what he is. All right, we need to go to Ravenhill Cemetery. It's all the way over here. And then we can go pick up these quests. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I want to try to stay off the main road though, because this road right here, Stitches could pop up at any moment. And he is not someone you want to run into at my level. Joy B, do you like music, like piano music? I know you listen to like metal, but like, do you listen to like, I don't know, like I don't really know. I'll just get to the point of why I ask. I recently discovered this YouTube channel called Frank Tedesco, And what he does is he goes on the internet onto a site called Omegle or Omi TV, which are kind of like chat roulette style websites. And you just enter a brief video call with a random stranger. And what he does is he'll ask that person for a song request, and he'll listen to the music, and then he'll play it on piano by ear. And it's very impressive, and it's very wholesome and entertaining to see people's reaction to hearing their favorite song be played for them by a stranger. It's I don't know. I've just been watching it a lot lately. I thought it was kind of entertaining. Oh, you grew up on piano music. Cool. Okay, you might like this guy then. Okay. Oh yeah, I can do that. Let me fight. I want to attack them so they don't get the jump on me. So if I was using my succubus here, she would already be dead. Bam! That guy right there. Been watching him a lot lately. It's cool because like his editor censors the inappropriate language, the adult language, I guess. Which means I could watch it with Quinn in the room, and Quinn is rather taken by his videos as well, so we've been watching him together. It's really nice when I could find a YouTube channel that I could watch with my daughter, because most YouTube content, most things that would interest me are not really something I could watch with my 9-year-old daughter. But yeah, so I appreciate any YouTuber who makes family-friendly content. Oh, that's cool. Cool. He can play classical music, but he doesn't usually get classical. I mean, he does sometimes. So people will request like for release stuff like that, and he can play it, but he mostly gets like pop song requests and stuff you wouldn't normally expect to be played on a piano, and he'll just like listen to it and play it by ear. It's kind of cool. This guy's a bro.
How generous.
20 stamina. That's 200 more HP. That's wild. He gave it to my pet too.
Greetings.
Be
careful.
And my right hand is starting to hurt, not like my carpal tunnel. I'm gonna stretch a little bit. If it keeps hurting, I might stop because I don't want to push it, because I do have to work tomorrow and Saturday. Or I guess today and Saturday. Today's technically Friday. But I don't know what I'm going to do if I'm not going to play WoW. It's kind of my whole plan for the night. Just play WoW till I have to wake up Quinn. Just need to use the auto run feature a bit more. corpse of go at water. I bet they died on the road too. I bet they got clapped by stitches. Yeah. There's another hobby that I thought about would be really cool to get into, and then I was like, oh, I can't. My carpal tunnel will screw me up. I don't remember what it was though. I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, man, that'd be really cool. Oh wait, no, it wouldn't. Ah, nuts. What's crazy is
Hello.
I was just recently laid off for like 3.5 weeks until like 2 weeks ago when I started going back to work again. And that entire 3.5 weeks off, I played WoW every night the entire time. And over the course of those days, those 3 weeks being off, my carpal tunnel symptoms faded away slowly over time. Literally my first day back at work, it started hurting again. I was like, God damn, like, so it's 100% my job that's causing it. Because if I could play this game 8 hours a day, every day for 3 weeks straight, and my symptoms improve while doing it, this clearly isn't the problem. And then if I go back to work and literally my first day back at work, I start hurting again, like it could not be more clear what the problem is. So I'm trying to I've sort of learned and adapted to new ways of playing this game that doesn't put as much stress on my hands and my forearms. I think I need to figure out similar strategies at work, like find ways to do my job that takes a lot of the stress off of my body when I'm working. I could wear a brace. Oh, you can't really see it. On my middle finger, you see that little scar right there on the knuckle? I cut myself at work. And the thing about finger wounds, especially on the knuckle, is they bleed a lot. So yeah, I was horsing. I wasn't like swinging it around or anything, but I was playing with my sander. So the way it works, it's kind of like a mouse, like the way it fits in the palm of my hand, right? It's like a thing, and I put my palm over it, but there's also like a trigger on top. So when I put my hand on it, it pushes the trigger down and it activates the sanding. So I basically just hold it like this. And by holding it like this, it turns the action of the sander on. It spins like a disc. Well, if I'm holding it like this, under here, where so the disc is right here spinning, and then right here there's a lever that twitches side to side, and that adjusts the airflow of the air into the sander, and you could adjust it's got a variable speed switch right there. So I'm holding it and the thing is spinning, and I'm like, oh, I wonder how slow I can make it before it cuts off completely. So I'm sitting here playing with the variable speed switch, and naturally my knuckle hit the spinning disc, and it cut through my glove into my skin. I'm pretty sure it nicked the bone. Like, my bone hurt afterwards. But I basically sanded, and it wasn't like a clean cut, like it's sandpaper, right? So it was like through friction tearing away at my flesh. So it hurt really bad. It's bleeding everywhere. It cut through my glove, and the gloves I wear at work are white and they're cloth. So it cut open the glove, cut open my skin, and is bleeding. My entire hand was red because the gloves soaked up the blood. I was like, oh, God damn it. So I'm like, I need to get, like, I knew it wasn't a serious injury, so I didn't go to medical. I should have gone to medical. You're supposed to report all work injuries to medical, but I was like, I would have to walk to my supervisor's office, get a medical pass, walk out to my car, drive my car to the body shop building, and then walk from the parking lot and body shop to medical while like bleeding and like holding a medical slip and like trying not to bleed all over the inside of my car. I guess they have like little ambulance things, like they're like golf carts that have been adapted to like fit a gurney in the back. They probably would have called me an ambulance because I was bleeding, but I was like, I don't need an ambulance ride. Like, I'm not going to die. It's just a cut on my finger. So I cleaned it up myself, but it was more embarrassed than anything. I was like, God, I can't believe I just cut myself like that. Men and their toys. Yeah, pretty much. What's up, Jack? Welcome, buddy. Yeah, well, like, again, it's like, if they would have sent the little golf cart ambulance thing to pick me up, and there was like an actual emergency, and the ambulance was tied up because I cut my finger, could you imagine? Like, it just... There are people working with heavy machinery doing extremely dangerous jobs. Like, I don't know, it just seemed like a waste of resources to contact medical because I cut my fingy. You know? I don't know. It's the same reason, like, you don't prank call 911. You know, it's like... And I'm sure they have more than one ambulance thingy, but actually I know for a fact they have more than one. I wasn't really thinking about it at the time. I'm rationalizing it now in hindsight, but at the time I was like, I can, it's fine. It's just a cut on my finger. But yeah, so I went to the bathroom. I took the bloody glove off, threw it in the trash in the bathroom, rinsed, you know, cleaned it off in the sink. Then I dried it with a paper towel, and I discarded that paper towel because it was covered in blood. And I got a second paper towel, and I wrapped that around my finger, and then I put a new pair of gloves on over the paper towel because I didn't have like duct tape or anything. So the glove was actually holding the paper towel in place that was keeping pressure applied to the finger. And then I come back from the bathroom, and my coworker comes up to me and she goes, "Are you bleeding?" And I was like, "What?" "No, I mean, I was, not anymore. Why?" She goes, "Come here." And she beckoned me over. And the truck that I was working on when I cut myself, she goes, "There's blood on this truck." And I was like, oh my God. So I was standing at the back door when it happened. That's where I was working. When it cut me, it flung a drop of blood all the way up to the front fender. There was a drop of my blood on the front fender of this car. So I went and got some saturated alcohol wipes and I cleaned it up. But yeah, I was shocked because it was spinning so fast. When it cut me, it just like flung the blood all the way to the front of the car from the back. It was kind of funny. But yeah, the scab just came off yesterday. So this happened last week. There might be a first aid kit in the supervisor's office, but the supervisor we had on duty was not... I don't think he was qualified to treat my wound. And again, if I would have gone to the supervisor's office for help, he would have been obligated to contact medical, and I didn't want to have to go to medical for a cut on my fingy wingy. It just seems like such an insignificant thing to hassle anyone else with. Oh, hey, have fun shopping, Shaq. Hope you get some cool stuff. I have a hard time keeping up with chat when I'm telling stories. I get distracted so easy, I had to train myself to ignore chat entirely when I'm telling a story, or I'll never finish the story. And at first I was self-conscious that if I did that, people would get upset that I wasn't answering their chat messages. So like when I first started streaming, I would always stop telling my story in the middle of telling my story to answer the questions in chat. And then one day my stream was so crazy busy. It was when I first did the live stream on how to like modify these starter code links, that stream in particular. and chat was moving so fast I literally couldn't keep up with it, so I just stopped trying and I just did my own thing, and people kept watching. They weren't turning the stream off, so I was like, all right, hey, I guess
What can I do for you?
there is value in finishing my story when I'm telling a story, because it provides entertainment,
Light bless you.
which is why people tune into a live stream, right? They want to be entertained.
Light.
I mean, obviously they want to interact with the streamer, which is why they type in chat to begin with, but I do keep duct tape in my bag, but for a completely different reason. I did forget that I had the duct tape in there, but the glove was holding it in place just fine.
For the Alliance.
Yeah, so.
Need something?
And then I was, while in the moment, I was like, oh, I get it now. Like, because I would see chat moving so fast when I'd watch a much larger streamer. I'm like, how do they keep up with it? And I realized, oh, they don't. They say what they're saying, and when they're done speaking, they look down to chat, and then that gives them ideas on what to talk about next. So they interact with chat until they think of something else to talk about, and then they'll start talking and talking, go off on a tangent, and then when they run out of stuff to say about that subject, they look down at chat. So you know, I that's what I do now. Like when I'm talking and going on a tangent, I'll tell my story, and then when I'm done with the story or I'm done talking about it, I look down at chat and see what you guys are talking about, and then join in on your conversation. I find that it's way less stressful to do it that way than try to read every single message. And when it's just a couple people in chat, though, I do try to read all the messages, because in a situation like that, I very well can read every message. But then I sometimes I lose my spot in the chat because I was telling my story for so long. But yeah, I think Jack is already gone by the time I said goodbye to him. But I'm sure he understands. Oh, I gotta kill these wolves now. I do notice that as well too. Like sometimes I'll see you guys talking amongst yourselves, so I'll just, rather than addressing it, I'll just let you continue your conversation and go about whatever it was I was talking about. I think it's cool when you guys speak to each other. Or someone will, a lot of times if I'm going on a tangent like that and there's a lot of people watching and somebody asks a question, I'll notice you guys will help answer the questions sometimes too, which is even cooler. It's like community building. Like I'm like, oh, okay, now that I finished my story, I'm like, oh, sorry, I missed your question. Oh, I see ML already answered that for you, or you know, stuff like that. That happened a lot during the Godforge live streams. Like the people watching were really, really good about answering questions for people who popped in to ask questions. Yeah, I think that's why I decided to live stream tonight, because I was watching my Godforge live stream, or one of them from the alpha, and I was like, yeah, I miss live streaming, and I just wish there was actual content to live stream about. The Hermit. Hermit the Frog here. Abercrombie.
How are you?
Elhain Caravan? Hehe. Oh yes, of course. The caravans. No, nothing's wrong, but it's hard for me to go into town now. The roads are dangerous and I'm not getting any younger. Maybe you can help an old man with some favors.
See you around. Good day to you.
Oh, what a poor... What is a poor old man to do? I need some supplies from Darkshire, but the village is so far away, and I'm so old and feeble. I would never make the trip. Can you go to Darkshire and bring me back some ghost hair thread? You can get it from Madame Ava at her home on the Darkshire Square. All right, let's go get this guy some surely harmless ghost hair thread. I may have foreshadowed a little bit. So there's a reason Stitches is called Stitches. He was stitched together by Abercrombie. Basically, spoiler alert, unbeknownst to us, if you've never done the questline before, we are giving Abercrombie all the ingredients he needs to stitch together his abomination and then unleash it on the town of Darkshire for revenge. I've done the quest a few times. I was definitely making it sound more ominous than the game made it sound. Oh, wrong button. Pull! I hit Alt 4 instead of Control 4. Oh well. I think it's succubus time. Let's get sexy.
Now,
Oh, I'm sorry, Joya. Yeah, sexy time.
never felt so good.
Yeah. I'm using one less damage over time ability on that wolf, and it still died faster than it was dying when I was with the Voidwalker. Yeah, time to kill is it's just much faster, and everything's kind of spread out enough that I think I'm safe. Also, they're lower level.
This party started.
All right, that's fine, Joy B. No problem. Sorry for waking your birds. Da, 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 da. I was about to start whistling again, but I don't want to freak out Joy B's birds. Goodness. Uh-oh. Where did that thing come from? Kind of just came out of nowhere and started charging at me. Oh. So this ability is on a 12-second cooldown. And I'm pretty much killing them before it comes off cooldown, which means I'm killing things in about 12 seconds. I think with the Void Walker, it's taking me like 15 to 18 seconds to kill things. And I was having to use more mana per kill because I was using all 3 dots.
Never felt so good. It's too far away.
So I killed the rabid dire wolves. Now I need to kill the starving ones. Yeah.
Let's have some fun.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, you know what? My wife made an apple pie for Thanksgiving, and there's one piece left in the fridge. My wife was like, hey, you're gonna have to eat that. And I was like, okay. But then I forgot about it. But now I remembered. There's a piece of apple pie in the fridge with my name on it. I'm contractually obligated to finish the pie. I might heat it up in the microwave and then put a scoop of vanilla ice cream on top.
Let's get this party started. That spell isn't ready.
See, if I had my Void Walker out, he would have taunted that off me, and it wouldn't have even been a... I mean, that still wasn't that scary. They're lower level, they die fast. That would have been much safer if I had my Void Walker out.
Being back never felt so good.
But yeah, I think we're fine. When the name of the game is literally don't die, you know, you do what you can to stay alive. So we got these dead. Now we need these spiders, actually. Sorry, Joy B. There's only one slice left. Otherwise, I'd share. I guess I could cut it in half, but like, then the scoop of ice cream won't fit on it very well, and then that would just be a disaster. I'd have to do like a half scoop. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully I can find some more of these pygmy spiders on my way back to turn in this quest about the wolves. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to do quite a big detour. I don't know why I tilt my head to the side to see around the tree, because there's no way that actually does anything.
Let's get this party started.
It's not like it's 3D and I could like peek around the tree. It's just kind of silly. I can't help it. I saw that Jay Giggs was doing that in one of his videos, and I commented on it because it made me laugh because I do it too. I was like, I love how you're leaning in your chair like it's gonna help you see around the corner. I'm glad I'm not the only one. And he, you know, did the little heart thing. Nom, 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 nom. Like I'm kind of tired and I feel like taking a nap, but it's way too late in the day for me to take a nap. Like if it was like 9 or 10, like I would think about it, but like 2:30 a.m. I can't take a nap, so I have to go to bed at like 7. So like if I take a nap now, I'm never going to sleep, and I gotta work. So you slacking on your daily chores, Joey B? I feel like this is right around the time you usually start being active on Discord. Maybe a little bit later than what it is now. I usually go to my final break at work at 2:30, which is right now. And then my break ends at like, I don't know, 5 till 3. And that's usually around the time I see you popping in Discord. It's when I get back from my last break. I gotcha.
What can I do for you?
Oh, pillar of fire. Huh.
See you around.
Interesting. As long as I don't forget about that. I could potentially use that to pull off tricky things. Ah, got it. Okay. Oh, acupuncture. Okay. And you're having acupuncture done to you, correct? You're not performing the acupuncture? Where are all these dang spiders at, bro? There's a lot of spiders around, but they're not the ones that I need. I need the pygmy ones specifically. That is true. That is true. I'll get a sugar rush. Sometimes, like, I know caffeine doesn't work for me, but sometimes I do get a sugar rush when I drink a soda. But sugar will help me wake up. And actually, just the act of getting up and moving and fixing it
Let's get this party started.
Yeah, I should. I don't know. And actually, you know what? Maybe I should just take a break because my hands were hurting earlier. I gotta work later today. I shouldn't try to push myself. Okay, new plan. As soon as I level up to level 25, we'll call it a night. So when this purple bar gets all the way to here, we'll hit level 25. We're almost there, and then so we'll do a little longer. There's oh no, okay, well. I'll shake on it. That way I'll feel like I did something productive. Like if I get to a new milestone on my character, like level 25, for example, I'll be like, hey, I did something tonight. And I won't feel like I wasted my night watching cartoons or whatever. Ooh, small venom sac. We can turn that into anti-venom ×3. The target is cured of poisons up to level 25. In case I get any nasty poisons, I could cleanse those off now.
Never felt so good.
Now I just gotta figure out what to do when I'm done streaming. Maybe I'll watch my live stream from earlier. I do. No, joking aside, I do like to go back and watch my live streams so I could look for ways to improve them. Sometimes I'll notice that I'm doing something wrong, or you know, I could probably do something that a little bit better, or oh, maybe my microphone is too quiet or too loud. Like it's just the bit like there's no other way to get that kind of data. It's not like people flood my DMs with constructive criticism after every live stream, you know. So like I could probably should probably watch that back. And I mean, it was just a react stream, but like I don't know. What I should have done, actually, is either at the beginning of the live stream or at the end, because a lot of people probably missed it because they were sleeping. Either at the beginning or at the end, pose a question to the community at large. Does this style of live stream react content appeal to you? And would you like to see more of it in the future? I did not ask that question at the beginning, or I did not pose that at the beginning or the end of my live stream at any point. I meant to, but I forgot. So this quest turns in right here. Oh no, it's okay, Joey B. I wanted to wait until I knew for certain that the people in Europe were awake, but I just didn't know what I would do while I waited until like right now. Like 2 a.m. I found to be like the golden hour for my live streams to start. So like around this time. And I wanted to wait, but I didn't know what I was gonna do to kill time until 2 a.m. because my wife and daughter already went to bed at like 9 o'clock. So I basically had from 9 to 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, like 5 hours to kill before I start my live stream, just twiddling my thumbs. Like, again, I could have played WoW, but I was worried if I started playing WoW, I wouldn't be able to pull myself away from it. And if that was the case, the live stream would have never got made. So I know myself pretty well. And I was worried that I wouldn't be able to, you know, I was worried I'd be having too much fun and I wouldn't be able to pull myself away to do my Godforge stream. Okay, there's 2 quests to turn in town. So I'm hoping that... Actually, let's turn this quest in too. This might be a chain that leads to town, and then we'll have 3 quests to turn in. And that very well could be enough XP to get me to 25. But we'll have to see. Oh, something else I could do while I'm here. There's like a level 35 Warlock quests that requires me to craft an some sort of robe that can only be crafted by people who have the tailoring profession. But the only place to get the recipe is off these Defias enchanters. This guy right hiding behind this tree over here. But it's only a 2% drop rate, so I will likely have to farm it for quite some time. Kill, you know. But since I'm here for this other quest anyway, I can work on getting the, you know, do 2 things at once. I might as well kill all the enchanters while I'm here. Oh, he's level 26. Ooh. I might need to get the Void Walker back out. She's dying fast. Okay, so we pulled the aggro off. Okay, let's get Void Walker back out. This area is a little bit more dangerous. There's also these Defias guys like walking around in stealth, hiding so they can ambush me and backstab me and do lots of damage. So we're gonna play it extra safe. Now, anytime you're fighting enemies who are higher level than you, there's like an extra added risk because they are more likely to resist your spells, and their spells are less likely to resist against you, so they're more likely to hit you and deal damage to you. They also have a higher crit chance against you. You have a lower crit chance against them. It's just a very dangerous prospect to fight enemies that are higher level than you. And they aggro, they aggro you from much further away. He resisted. And yeah, if they run like that and they run into another enemy, they could pull more. I'm gonna tell my Void Walker to come back. So if this guy runs, it's less likely to pull an enemy. Actually, I can make him so he can't run. My Void Walker died. So if I had my Succubus there, I would have been in a lot of trouble because she would have died way faster. You know what would be awesome? If I looted this corpse and it had the pattern for the robe that I needed on the first one. Dude, he pulled aggro from so far away. Oh, I didn't mean to do that button. Oh well. I meant to life drain. I'm gonna try real hard not to pull anymore. I just want to get to this thing that I need and then be on my way. But we are getting good XP. So the higher level an enemy is to you, the more experience you gain per kill. So like level 26 and level 25 enemies grant way more experience than like the level 20s we were killing earlier. So our XP is going up way faster than it was a moment ago. So yeah, 173. I think I was getting like 90, like 94 experience from killing the spiders and wolves. It's kind of nerve-wracking. Yeah, there it is. I had a feeling she was gonna pull, man. So I'm just glad. Oh crap. Okay, Woodwalker, come to me. Let's kite away. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna die. He's getting low. Okay. Well, the cool thing about pets in hardcore is they can be revived. Players, not so much. So if one of us is gonna die, it's gonna be my pet. Yeah, Sakib has that problem sometimes too, Joy B. I don't know what causes that. Hey, level 25. All right. You know what? My Hearthstone is set in... Why is it there? I'm pretty sure that's wetlands. So I'll hearth to wetlands and log out at the end there. And then next time I play, I'll try to remember to get the bronze tube from the vendor in wetlands and then fly back down. Thank you for the congratulations. Oh, okay. I'm going to put my talent point into Master Summoner. This reduces the casting time of my minions. By 2 seconds and reduces the mana cost by 20%. And then at level 26, I'll put another point in it, and then it will reduce the casting time by 4 seconds, and then reduce the mana cost by 40%. And with this Fell Domination talent that I took, it's a 15-minute cooldown, so when I activate it reduces the casting time of my next summon by 5.5 seconds, and the mana cost by 50%. So if I activate this and then summon a pet, it's a 0.5 second cast rather than a 10-second cast, so very good, and it costs 90% less mana. So if my pet dies and there's a bunch of enemies fighting me, I could instantly basically summon a brand new one. He'll do an AoE taunt, pull everything. Like, this is so good for hardcore. Okay, I'm gonna log out for the night, rest my carpal tunnel because I have to work later today. Joey B, thank you so much for hanging out in not only this stream but the stream on my main channel as well. I really appreciate that. I don't know when I'll make another video. Probably when there's another podcast topic that intrigues me greatly. I'll probably do another React live stream. Thank you Joey B. All right, I appreciate that. Well, take care, have a good day. I hope the call with your mother goes well. I'll see you around in the Discord. Bye.